In this video we're going to be doing my favorite kind of testing, smashing units into each other and see how well they stand up. So in this case we're testing a bunch of spear units with expert charge, both in wall and outside of wall, to see how well they stand up to heavy shock cavalry, in this case Gripenvar cataphracts. So the Gripenvar take quite a few casualties from even the lowly Germanic levy, and they don't cause too many casualties on the charge when this Germanic levy is in wall, but outside of wall the Gripenvar will destroy the Germanic levy in a single charge. So the Germanic levy do the very problematic reforming. The reforming is still an issue in this patch, which is too bad. They move ahead and reform, and when you try to keep a coherent battle line, that is an issue. However, the wall, even a Germanic levy wall, holds reasonably well, I'd say, against Gripenvar cataphracts. This isn't shabby at all. They're actually able to maul the Gripenvar cataphracts and still have 72 men remaining, so a definite improvement in the ability to take charges from cavalry there in wall. So the problem is finding cavalry that's stupid enough to charge a spear wall frontally. It's a very passive ability. So here we have scavenger mob, and pause it, scavenger mob in wall, about 23 casualties taken on the charge, but it also reflects a lot of that damage back to the Gripenvar. But the scavenger mob that wasn't in wall, good game to you, thanks for playing. Just complete annihilation on the first charge. Next we have Alemannic Scavengers, an elite spear unit. Should expect them to be able to hold up fairly well, and pause it. Let's see, indeed they do. The Gripenvar kill, well, they did kill 32 of this scavenger mob, of this Alemannic Scavenger, but the Alemannic Scavenger also killed 28 of the Gripenvar, and now they do the problematic reforming. So let's just double speed it. This unit did not reform because it wasn't in wall, and the Gripenvar basically kill themselves on this Alemannic Scavenger unit. The Alemannic Scavenger outside of wall also does a fair bit of damage, so these wall, the worse a unit is, the worse its stats are, its defensive stats, the more important wall becomes, it seems, in dealing damage, because the Alemannic Scavengers are doing a decent enough job even outside of wall. Then we have the cheap Germanic Spearmen. They are also able to do fairly well standing up to Gripenvar. Again, reforming, not reforming, about the same as the Alemannic Scavengers, and Germanic Spearmen for anti-cavalry duty, not bad units at all.
This is a shameful display.
You can see all of the Alemannic Scavengers and the Germanic Spears were able to do a decent enough job, but this unit of Germanic Spears had it and started running away, so the Gripenvar managed to get a charge into its rear. However, when I did this test in the previous patch, it looked far worse for the spear units. So the changes made to bracing and bracing bonuses, or should I say boner, those changes seem to make the spears slightly more resistant to being mauled by cavalry. So that's something, I guess, but spears are still not going to be my go-to unit for supporting cavalry fights or stopping cavalry, because they need to be braced, they need to use a defensive formation, and that gives your opponent the luxury of mobility, because you've just made a almost static unit. So won't see many spears in my armies, but a step in the right direction with spears, although this bug with the units moving, they warrant a separate video. I'm going to make that. Just too bad that it hasn't been fixed yet. Strength and honor.